Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Truth Matters. My name is Miguel, and here you're at the right place. It's the place where we explore and we discuss truth from a biblical standpoint and, of course, an enlightened common sense. And today I really want to talk to you about, let me start with a story. Stories are always good. I remember when I was in high school, I was on the senior basketball team, and we played in a league where we traveled many cities, and we actually got invited to play in tournament outside of the city, out of town, and we didn't really do all that well, and we kind of lost pretty early, so we were kind of dejected, a little downtrodden. So we were coming home on a Sunday and kind of deflated, as you would feel, because we had lost in the tournament pretty early. And as we were getting close back to our school, going through the streets, we turned a corner, and there was a lady standing in the street kind of looking a little befuddled, and then we noticed that her car was in a snowbank, pretty much with a hood like halfway into the amount of snow, and she was a little distraught. She didn't know what to do. And remember, back then in the early 80s there were no cell phones, so it's not like she could call anybody. So we went out and we asked her what was going on, and I guess she had come around the corner pretty fast and went right into the snowbank. And so it was about 10 of us guys. We got out, we just kind of got the car and just moved it right out of the snowbank, and the lady was a lady. She was happy that we were able to help her out, and we were pretty happy ourselves. I mean, we were pretty excited that we could do that. And as a matter of fact, as I think about it, we said to the coach, "Hey coach, let's keep driving around. Maybe we can find someone else who's stuck in the snow and we can help them as well." Because something happened when we helped that lady. It just made us feel great. And kind of that's what I want to talk about today, as we consider life and things that are happening in general over the last 18 months, with COVID and people just been locked at home and feeling terrible. Even before that, people are always complaining about everything. They're not happy with life. Maybe something's going on at work. Their work's, their boss is after them or behind them. Something's home with their wife or their kids, or just maybe there's not enough money in the bank, or just things are just not going well. And generally, people are just, their life is not where they want it to be, and they're not really all that happy. They're kind of downtrodden, and they're just not there, and there are too many problems going on. And that's why people try to satisfy themselves with anything they can. I mean, people do substance abuse, like with drugs and alcohol, just to kind of numb the pain, or maybe they'll find another partner, maybe sexually that'll gratify them, they'll feel better, or maybe they work extra hours or play the lottery so they can win money and get more things, or all these things that they do just to make themselves feel better, to inoculate that pain. And I mean, if you were to ask anybody or take a poll and say, if this is the question, what are you looking for in life? What could life give you that would satisfy you? And apart, of course, from, winning the lottery, $50 million or whatever, money that is a thing that everybody wants. But I think most people would say, I just want to be happy. Happiness is what people want. And it's true. If people are miserable, then they're only going to really feel much better when they're happy. And they try to find things to make them happy. Problem with happy, it's circumstantial. It depends on the circumstances. So if the circumstances are good, you're going to be great. You're going to be happy. If there's not going good, you're not going to be happy. But I think I found the answer in my little story that I personally found out myself from experience. But I think it's something that a lot of people are not going to want to hear when I say this. But I believe the answer to true happiness in life is helping other people. Because when you help other people, you're going to see that is in fact what really makes you happy. It satisfies you, and there's something inside you just comes out, something inside of you that you never knew was there, that all of a sudden elates you. It gives you purpose. It satisfies you when you give out instead of taking in, because everybody is all about looking out for number one. What's in it for me? What can I do to feel me that I can be satisfied and be happy? But no, it's what can we do to make others happy? Have you ever come across a situation where you're minding your own business, you're just doing your own thing, and all of a sudden somebody comes and says, "Hey, can you help me out?" And yeah, you help them out, and you feel great. It's because it's all about helping people that makes you happy. As a matter of fact, the Bible is replete with examples of the benefits of helping others. Let me read a couple of scriptures to you. Philippians 2:4 says, "Let each of you look not only for his own interests, but also for the interests of others." We're supposed to be interested in helping other people out. Hebrews 13:16, "Do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God." So when we do good things, that actually pleases the Lord. And when God's pleased, He's going to bless us. Luke 6:38, "Give and it will be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. So whatever you give is going to come back, right? What you sow, you're going to reap. What goes around comes around. So as you give, there's benefits because you're going to get back. Proverbs 19:17. If you help the poor, you are lending to the Lord, and He, the Lord, will repay you. So when you give to the poor, you're lending to the Lord, and God's going to repay. Now, yes, it's talking about people who have no money, but a poor person, someone who's in need. So whether you're giving of your time, your talents, or you're helping them out, you're lending to the Lord. And I really like what it says in Matthew 25:35-40, when Jesus is kind of dividing the people to the right and to the left. He says, I was hungry, you gave me food. I was thirsty, you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. Then the righteous will answer, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you to drink? When did we see you as a stranger and take you in, or naked and clothe you? Or when were you sick or in prison that we came to you? And the Lord answers to them and says, Assuredly I say to you, inasmuch as you did it to one of the least of these my brethren, you did it to me. So when we help other people out, when we do good things and kind things for others, guess what? We're doing it to the Lord. We're doing it as unto the Lord. So there are benefits to helping others and doing things for others. But mostly, if you want to be happy, really feel happiness in life, it comes from helping others. I know it's difficult because we live in a very selfish society. What's in it for me? Looking out for number one. What can I do to make me happy? No, it's really what can we do to make other people happy. As a matter of fact, listen to this. Scientific research provides compelling data to support evidence that giving is a powerful pathway to personal growth and lasting happiness. It has been scientifically proven that when you give and you help others, it's going to return to you lasting happiness. You want to be happy? Guess what? Help someone out. Let me be bold and say, stop being selfish. You heard me. Stop being selfish. Make it a point to help other people out, because as you help, as you give, as you help people in whatever they need, and you just make it a point to help people, you are going to feel happy. Don't focus on yourself. Focus on others. And here's let me finish with this. Here's the proof or the underlying thing here of what is. What's the secret? That's what I'm looking for. What is the secret to happiness when you give? Jesus says to his disciples, listen, if you're going to give a banquet, don't invite your friends or your rich neighbors or people who are going to pay you back, because they will invite you back. No, if you give a feast, invite the poor, the lame, the hurt, the broken. They have no way to pay you back. But if you do, you'll be sons of your Father in heaven. In other words, the secret to true happiness is to help with no expectation of return. You're helping because you want to help someone, not because you expect to get something in return. That's what it's all about. So you want to have a happy life, aside from the wise old saying, happy wife, happy life, which is true. You want to be happy in life, help others out. Make it a point to be helpful. Go out of your way to help other people. I remember, let me finish with this. I live in a community, in a builder's community that's new, and we have a Facebook group for the people who live there, and we kind of talk to each other, whoever needs something. And someone once put something, that they had an issue with their internet, wasn't working. So I volunteered, hey, I'll come over to take a look. So I went over to their house, and I had my little network tracer, and I found, their cable was bad. And as I pulled out the cable from the router to show them, it came out of the jack. So the technician didn't crimp it properly. So I went back home, got my crimpers, connected the cable, and his internet was working perfectly. So I said, well, glad it works for you, and so I'm glad I could help you out. I was leaving out the door and said, here. And he reached into his pocket and he wanted to give me money, like $50, $100, I can't remember. And I said, no. I didn't come here for the money. I came because I wanted to help you out. And he goes, yeah, I know, but it was your time here. If you don't want to take the money, take it and give it to your church, because I told him I went to church. So that's what I did. I took the money, I gave it as an offering to my church, and I just put the guy's name on it so he'll get a tax receipt. But I did it because I wanted to help, not because I wanted something in return. True happiness in life is helping others, not looking out just for yourself, looking out for number one, but making it a point and a goal in your life to help other people, help people in need. And number two, when you help people, help without the expectation of getting anything back in return. Do it just because you want to help. Hey, those are my thoughts. Glad you could join me here on Truth Matters. We'll see you in the next video. And once again, like I say always, if you're going to stand for anything, stand for the truth, and the truth will stand up for you. God bless you. We'll see you in the next video.